So the big question is this: how do you take $42,000 in assets in a one TrackMan Bay facility in the back of a CrossFit gym and turn it into a 12 bay, 17,000 square foot training facility in just a few years? That's the question, and this is the podcast that's going to give you the answer.
Hey, how are you, Kyle? Good to see you.
Good. How are you doing today?
Doing well, thanks.
Where are you located at?
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay, nice. What part?
We're right in the heart of Charlotte.
Oh, cool.
We have a pretty big facility. Took a big gamble on a large space close to the uptown area. And South End is what they call it. It's kind of the hip area of Charlotte.
Nice. Tell me a little bit about your space.
Yeah, so we have 10,000 square feet, 9 bays.
Did you say 10,000 square feet or 2?
10,000.
Got it. 9 bays.
9 bays, room to grow for 11.
Okay.
At the start, we just weren't sure where we would be, so we started with 8. We had a good winter, added a 9th. We'll look to expand 2 more this fall as we get going. We just hired a golf coach on site, full bar, full kitchen on site, and we're also going to start doing some more golf fittings, grip replacement, club repair, that type of stuff.
Got it.
As well. Right.
Got it. How is it? And you've been open for a year?
6 months.
6 months. So you haven't had the summer swing yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
So what's
Although we're in the middle of that this month.
Got it. So you're starting to feel it a little bit.
Yeah.
So how can I help you today?
So really, I think our biggest thing is trying to make sure we can do what we can during the summer months, especially with the non-hourly bookings. So lessons, game plans around that, whether that's including the club repair, fittings, etc. How can we market ourselves around that, kind of competing against the grass golf?
Yeah, so let me ask you a question on following up that. So you're saying you started, when you opened up 6 months ago, it was more of like a pay per hour, pay to play, pay to practice, not really player development, then switching gears more into player development. What are you going to do in November? So I guess let me ask this, is that you have entertainment and like F&B, you have pay and play golf and practice, and then you have player development. So they're different. And they're like, you can't serve everyone. If you serve everyone, you serve no one. So my question to you is, who are you serving? Like, who is your avatar? Because it starts with like marketing, right? Like in business, you have to have marketing, and then you have to have sales. And then after that, you have fulfillment. So who are you marketing to? Are you marketing to the guy to like, hey, come get a garage beer on draft and hit some balls? Are you marketing to like, hey, come play golf for 2 hours because your wife doesn't want you away for more than 2 hours? Or are you saying, you suck and it sucks to suck, we help you not suck? Right? Because those are 3 dramatically different businesses, and they don't commingle, and as much as us indoor facilities try to make them mingle, they don't.
Got it. Okay.
So I guess with that, like, who are you trying in the 5-10 year plan? Who are you thinking you want to market to?
We still want to be in the group event space. Is our biggest driver of revenue, because we have the size and scale to be able to do that, and the entertainment space.
Okay.
Hourly bookings.
Got it.
Without a doubt.
Okay. So I just had this conversation with another person that called. So if you want to be in the entertainment space, okay, then who you need to model is a company called In Town Golf, based out of Atlanta. In Town Golf is 1,000 yards down the street, literally. Like I could walk there. It's less than a mile. And within the golf room, we have 5 golf facilities within 1 mile of me, all indoor. And we shut down memberships 2 weeks ago. But the reason is because the other places are not competing with me because they're different models. So, for example, today in Columbus, Ohio, it is 73 degrees. In-Town Golf has a patio, and I would go to In-Town Golf because I am a member of In-Town Golf. I will go to In-Town Golf to grab a beer, sit on the patio, and maybe get some chicken wings. And I don't give two about playing golf. If I'm bored, maybe I will. And it's the same thing as like throwing darts in a bar. If I'm bored, I'll throw darts or play shuffleboard or do like short throw bowling. But In-Town Golf is based upon entertainment of great food, great mixology and drinks, great customer service and bartenders. It's sexy as hell. And oh, by the way, if you're bored, you can hit some balls in a bay. But by the way, the bays are free. We don't even care. If you want to use them, great. It's just like the Gaylord Hotel in Denver, Colorado. They have an amazing bar with massive TVs. And I went there I was there for for Christmas break, and it was the Seahawks 49ers. I'm a massive Seahawks fan. So the game was on. The bar and the restaurant were packed. In the back are two top tracer bays, unoccupied. And the management doesn't care because they're making money off of the food and the beverage and the drinks. The top tracer bays are just an afterthought. But what happens, and this is where people go wrong, right, is that when they go to, I am a golf facility with food and beverage, what ends up happening is that if it's the summer and it's 82 degrees and you can go play golf, do you want to go to your facility or do you want to go to Quail Hollow?
Right.
So now you're competing with golf. Good luck, because you're never going to win that argument, ever. I mean, I've owned the golf room for 10 years, 12 bays. I think I've played indoor golf here like maybe 3 times, maybe, right? So the point being is that if you want to tackle the entertainment route, you can. You just have to lean into that. You go, we are a bar and restaurant with incredible food and incredible drinks that happen to have some bays. You just have to switch the algorithm. It's not a golf facility with food and drinks. It is a place with drinks and food who happens to have golf. You just have to change your perspective. And what happens is you don't do that, then it becomes very seasonal and it's relying on events and leagues. And events are great and you can own that space, but then you've got to hire someone to do cold calling for events, and you're basically kind of like the Charlotte Hornets. That's the NBA team, I think, right? I'm not an NBA fan, but the Charlotte Hornets, where they're trying to sell their suites. You need a guy on the horn trying to sell events every week at $5,000 and do them 4 days a week, and that becomes the model, right? And then if you lean into the player development side, then there's a model for that, i.e., like the golf room, right? But it's hard to do both. Because you don't want to compete with golf.
Right.
Because golf is golf. And I mean, I love TrackMans and all this stuff, but it's still indoor golf. You know what I'm saying? So it's a harder thing to hear. I don't know how much, it kind of gives you some direction to it, but you've got to, in some sense, you probably early in your inception, that's where, with this whole thing of the engagement flywheel that I have, it's figuring out how do you make the person there, right? An engagement flywheel, essentially, it's really hard to start, but when it starts, it just keeps spinning. But what you need to do is you've got to entice the right customer that comes in. Then you have to have the incredible engagement with the customer. That's the whole first impressions of the facility. Then you have to empower that player so that they understand what they're getting and the journey that they're on. You need to equip the facility so that they're there 12 months a year. You need to encourage that person with the right staff and culture. That's your HR. And then when you maximize that, you've maximized your LTV to CAC ratio, your lifetime value to cost to acquire. Now you're I think we need to build more bays because we need more space. But what you don't want to do, every indoor facility, for the most part, not all of them, but most of them, are slammed November to March. That's where it's if this is your livelihood and this is your thing, you go, well, you'll go nuts. You'll be oh my God, it's July 12th and there's no one here, right? And the thing is that I was in Scottsdale last week and It's a indoor, really, really, really nice putting place. And like, it was brutally dead. And the reason is because the food and no one's going there for the food and the drink. They're going there to like putt. But like, it was 82 degrees in Scottsdale. Like, no one wants to do that. If I'm going to do that, I'll just go to a putting green and grab a beer from the bar and go putt on the putting green. But if the drinks are way better there, I would want to go there because the drinks are great, the chicken wings are amazing, the smash burger is incredible, and it's like, oh, let's go to dinner here and go to lunch, right? So it's a hard thing to hear, but it's like you just got to change the perspective. But then if you want to go to the player development route, which is something obviously subjectively I'm way more passionate about, because in the player development route, that's one where you can build the whole thing around them being there 12 months a year. And if a guy's like, I don't think you should, I'm going to come here to practice in July. I'm like, you're damn right, you shouldn't. Who wants to practice inside in July? It's a terrible idea. But you should do this instead. And then they're like, oh yeah, like that's actually a great idea. I'm going to keep my membership. We've kind of closed the wheel on that flywheel so that we don't have seasonal slumps. And I had to figure that out because when I first started the golf room, I opened the facility and I closed the door in May and did not open the doors till October with 3 kids and a wife. And I'm like, I have to figure this thing out. Otherwise, I'm going to be broke and bankrupt. Because I have no partners or investors. It's just me. So if this doesn't work, I'm coming down there and working for you.
So you're a membership based for the...
We do both. We have a la carte and membership.
Okay.
So, but this is where, like, I think, you know, this is just like a little 10-minute call, right? Just to like say, hey, can I give you like a little one hitter? But like, you know, this is kind of like my specialty of like, hey, if you and your team want to figure out like, hey, how do we lean into what our model and what our vision is, right? Like I am here to help. Like, you know, I had guys here yesterday, Monday and Tuesday. I do them every week where you kind of come up to Columbus and like we show you the whole thing of like and figure out your pro forma so that it doesn't break, right? So if that is of ever interest, like I'm here to help you and serve you, and basically just show you what I've learned over a decade of doing this from a guy who's, you know, got all the debt in his name. Like I didn't read this in a book. Like I lived it out and was up at 2 a.m. trying to figure it out. So.
Oh, perfect. I appreciate the time. Thank you so much.
I'm here if you need anything, buddy.
Got it. Thanks a lot, Kyle.
Okay, bye-bye.